It's Saturday, it's Saturday, it's Saturday morning. I'm getting ready to go out. I have to take Thomas to pick up a few school supplies. So our schools start on Monday, the 29th. And he just needs a few things, pencils and whatever. So we're gonna go do that and come back, and then later on my father-in-law's coming over to say goodbye to Sarah. My mother-in-law is sick, so she can't come. Hi, Thomas. Thomas just took a shower. We're gonna leave here in a few minutes. So I'm going to put a face on. Hello, we're going to the mall to look for a couple things for Thomas and have a little bit to eat probably. So we got one pair of cargo shorts and a shirt and had lunch. Now we're gonna go over to Dick's, look for some shoes. Do you still wanna go to Staples? And then go get Staples stuff and then go home. So now we're in Dick's looking for shoes. We are now in the insanity that is Staples. Looking for just a couple things for Thomas. Staples. What do you need? Folders? Back home, Thomas and I, and we're making dinner now. Put some steaks on the grill and have some potatoes and salad and garlic bread.
He never shows me what he buys. He just runs up into his
He didn't get that much. He got shorts and a shirt and sneakers and school supplies. So yeah, that's what's going on with Sarah over there. Sarah, say hi. There's Sarah. She's cutting potatoes. Are you making potato salad or are you making mashed potatoes?
I was going to do potato salad.
Sounds good.
What else do you need for
Taters. She's got sour cream, mayonnaise, and whatever spices we put in there. I don't know.
Have all that stuff?
Yeah. Henry, do you need to go out? Has anybody walked him today?
No, he did nothing outside.
Oh my goodness, you need to go potty? Hopefully you didn't have an accident. I'll take you out. So I just checked on Daniel. He's awake. The nurse checked the bandage and when she showered him, and his wound on his left hand, the one that had the really big hole, is still bleeding. So it hasn't scabbed over yet. It's pretty big hole. But they say that that's normal with a boil, like it makes a hole. So, oh, Henry, did you find a chipmunk? Anyway, he's in a good mood. Seems a little bit tired today, but we'll get through the weekend. Tomorrow we have to leave around 3 to drive Sarah to JFK Airport in New York. I have a nurse in and she'll be here till 3, and then the other nurse will come to relieve her, and then we're gonna leave, and hopefully everything works out the way it's planned. But Thomas and I had fun. It was kind of like hot and the stores were so crowded. It's the last day of tax-free. And we were both kind of like, ugh. And his phone's all cracked because he dropped it, and the phone's fine. He's got an iPhone 6, but the cracked screen needs to be repaired. It's shattered. I went to the iPhone store, and it was like, give your number, and they'll call you to get an appointment, to wait for this, and the place was crowded. Because you gotta think it's back to school tomorrow. So, and a lot of kids go back to college. I mean, a lot already are, but some kids go later. I mean, I know kids that don't check into school until the first week of September. Kids are buying laptops and people are buying whatever and phones, and I don't know, our Apple store is always mobbed. So we were like waiting to hear from the guy to text us back, and then he's just like, you know what, Mom, forget it. And I said, Thomas, I'll come over here during the day when it's like people are at work and kids are at school, and I can get it done. Make an appointment on the computer and then you just go over and do it. He can deal with it. He can use the phone. It's just that the screen's cracked. But we picked up some nice sneakers on sale at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I had a coupon. Then we went to Staples and, you know, hoarded with the masses. That was only $26 or something like that. Thomas is easy. He gets one 5-subject notebook and some pencils, and he needed a TI-84 that you guys, when your kids get to high school and start taking advanced math, be prepared to spend $130 on a calculator. But I ordered one from Amazon. It's called a TI-84 CE Plus. It's like a graphing calculator. We had one here, but it doesn't work. We had an old one that Sarah had. Yeah, that was sort of my afternoon. Thomas appreciated a few minutes with Mom. Sarah got some of her videos done. She filmed a whole bunch of videos. You need to go to Sarah's channel. She really wanted to hit 3,000 subscribers, you guys, before she left for Ireland, and she's really close. She's like 29 and change, I think. I have to look at it again. But she's been uploading videos, and she uploaded a whole bunch and scheduled them so that once she's in school, she'll have things coming up. And her videos are really cute, and she does such a nice job. She does like makeup tutorials and packing tutorials, and she vlogs too. She's very entertaining, I think. Very vivacious. Anyways, if you have not subscribed to Sarah's channel, maybe you can do that for me so that she can get closer to her 3,000 before she goes. And where's she going? Okay, so she has a flight tomorrow at 9 out of JFK. So 9 at night. So she goes right straight to Dublin, to the whatever Dublin International Airport, their main airport. Is it Dublin Airport? I forget. She will be flying on Aer Lingus. So that's all set. And I don't know, I was sad this morning, but I'm better now. Going out with Thomas was good for me today. I think he's like, are you sad that I'm going to school? I said, no, not really, because I feel like you went to school 2 weeks ago when band camp started. He was leaving in the morning at 7 and he just wasn't around. So that's Daniel. I mean, that's Thomas. I mean, he's been really busy, and then he'd come home at lunch and go back again. And then there's Daniel. And I don't know. I think I'm just going to hold him off of school for a little while until I find out exactly what their plan is for him, because I don't want him going to school at 6:30 in the morning on the bus. School starts at 7 at the high school. And we talked about this in his IEP, that Daniel was going to have a revised school day hours, and it's in the IEP. And I requested a PPT because I didn't know what those revised hours were, and the secretary sent me an email and said, we'll do a PPT on September 7th. I was like, so okay, he doesn't go to school until September 7th? And she said, no, based on his IEP, all his services are in place for him on Monday. But I don't think that's true, because I don't know what his transportation situation is. Unless maybe someone's gonna call me. I have no idea. And I don't even know what to tell the nurse. Like, when my kids went to high school, they had an orientation. When my kids have entered into any school, they had an orientation, or a, freshman orientation or open house. But it's so different with Daniel because he's coming into the special education program at 18, and he's very unique. But still, you would think that somebody would at least contact me regarding the start time of his day. And he still does not have an aide assigned to him. So I'm like, I don't know how it's going to work without an educational aide. Like, is he just going to sit there? I don't know. And maybe this is good, because I'm going to have the nurses just kind of sit back. And I told him, it's not your job to do his educational work. It is not their job. They're there for nursing care. School can't get away with that, because that's not what they're trained for. The whole thing seems like he's totally an afterthought in our school system. But I don't want to send him somewhere else either. I want to try to be optimistic. It's just that every time I'm optimistic and I'm hoping that they're going to do what they say they're going to do, they never do. They never call me when they say they're going to call me. They never schedule things. I have to continually beat on the door. I mean, we were supposed to have a meeting back in the spring that never happened, and I requested it. He is totally an afterthought. I don't care what they say. He is a total afterthought. We'll see what happens with Daniel. Just hoping that it all works out. Come on, let's go inside and have some dinners. You hungry? Come on, let's go. We'll check the meal and then we'll go inside. You said move, so I moved. You said move, so I moved. Move it, move it, move it. Is the steaks on yet?
No, he said he wanted to wait until potato salad was cooling.
Oh.
Because the steaks aren't going to take more than a few minutes. I should probably get the bread in the oven.
You think you're talking it with an Irish accent, but you sound kind of Indian.
That's the goal. I'm not trying to talk in an Irish accent.
It's dinner time. It's dinner time. It's dinner time with my fam. You want to put the light on, or you want to eat in the dark?
No, I like eating in the dark.
Eating in the dark with the fam. Sarah's interpretation of marching band. Oh, are you a flute player? Oh, just like your mom. Oh. Now do something else. Do some other movements. No. I don't think the trombone players look like that.
Thomas has got an invitation for you, Sarah. Wait, who's there? I don't like to sing. I like to dance. Stare at the top corner of the back of the theater.
What are you doing even doing?
Sarah, right? When you're on stage, right? They teach you to look.
Henry,
in your-
leave it.
I have videos of you singing, and you're like looking at some fictional person way in the back.
John, you're such an expert. You just know everything.
John won triumphant.
It is so different. It's cool that each of you guys got your own thing.
You're so charming. You're gonna make somebody a nice wife someday.
Henry, leave it!
That is too much relish.
Really? That's really gross. They have lots of potatoes in Ireland.
I don't think so.
What was nice for your pictures?
Stubborn. Somebody else I know.
Yeah. And you wonder why we're all stubborn in our side of the
Right,
thing.
see?
It looks like a gremlin.
There's so much love here. There's so much love here.
Hey, world! Okay, so Papa Skadoodles came and saw Sarah and gave her a nice card from him and Grandma. Grandma couldn't come, but she sent her love. And now we're just hanging out. It's 8 o'clock. And we had nice dinner as a family. Had some brownies. I think Daniel's asleep. He was with his nurse until 7. Oh, you're in here, Henry. I just cleaned, I was washing his floor because it was sticky. Come on, Henry. Daniel is sleeping. Come on. I'm gonna watch a little TV. Sarah was upstairs doing whatever she's doing. Look, I think I'm going to have this one. I like the brownies in the middle. So, here we go. What are you doing?
Wait for your hand in here.
Don't touch my hand. You see how he's guarded? The hand was like that all day. Don't touch it. It hurts, Mom.